Probably my favorite scene from the Last Jedi trailer is the one with the new speeders. Let's give it a watch real quick. And there's really a lot that makes this scene interesting, and of course you gotta wonder, what are these speeders? Why are they flying towards these walkers? What's their purpose on this planet? What is this planet just generally? Things like that. And I mean, it does seem obvious that the walkers belong to the First Order and that the speeders belong to the Resistance or the New Republic, because let's be honest, the bad guys use the walkers and the good guys use the kind of clunky looking fighters, the clunky looking speeders. And the second this trailer came out, people said almost definitively that episode 8 was going to be the exact same as episode 5. We got another attack on Hoth situation and that all hope is lost. Well, I actually have my own theory here, and I don't think that the First Order are the aggressors here. I think that this is actually a Resistance attack against a First Order base. And let me explain why. So I want to break down why I believe this. And the first thing I want to talk about is Kyber crystals. And Kyber crystals are these powerful stones which are used in everything from lightsabers to super weapons. And the new canon has focused heavily on the use of Kyber crystals. So for example, the First Order used Kyber crystals in the creation of some of their ships. Similarly, Starkiller Base was a planet rich with Kyber crystals, and they used that not only for the first Death Star, the Empire did, but the First Order would use it for multiple purposes. Kylo Ren also has a unique Kyber crystal that's cracked, resulting in the vents on the side of his lightsaber, and there's also been leaks that Snoke might actually wear a Kyber crystal on his hand. Other leaks have suggested that Luke Skywalker may wear a red Kyber crystal around his neck. And I mean, there's been a really clear focus on Kyber crystals in the new canon to a degree that we never saw before, and if these leaks do turn out to be true, that will just continue the trend, and they're both from MakingStarWars.net, so I believe them. So other than being ubiquitous in the new canon, Kyber crystals are extremely powerful and extremely important, and after the destruction of Starkiller Base, the First Order would have lost one of their main sources of the crystals. So how does the battle on this new planet tie into these Kyber crystals? Let me explain. The new planet is called Crait, and Rian Johnson has actually talked about it a little bit more than I would have expected him to. And he said it's way out there, it's very remote, it's uncharted, it's a mineral planet, and so there are mines on it. So this is interesting, another planet probably in the unknown region which has mines on it and which is uncharted, in which the First Order probably has some sort of interest in based on the fact that they have walkers in there. And one option is that it's a Resistance base, but I think that that's probably a bit of misdirection. I think that this is probably a Kyber crystal planet and that the First Order is actively mining there for Kyber crystals. Snoke is a mysterious figure, and I really don't think that he's going to fight a war in a conventional way, and I think that that's really going to be the main difference between this trilogy and the original trilogy. We're going to see a little more crazy things, a little more mysticism, a little more science fiction. We're going to see things like Kyber crystals have a more pronounced role. So yes, like I was saying, this planet has mines in it, and Rian Johnson made that very clear when discussing, and that was one of the first things that he said about the planet. So it's obviously an important aspect of it. So I'm going to say that these mines are for something very important, and as I said, I think they're for Kyber crystals. And that makes sense. The First Order will need a new source after the destruction of Starkiller Base, and the Resistance is going to want to strike against this source because they don't want the First Order being able to mine these things unopposed. And if I am right, and Kyber crystals do end up having some sort of grander importance in episodes 8 and 9, then I think we're going to see the one that Snoke has on his finger and Luke has around his neck play some importance as well. And Snoke's will definitely show that he is opulent. I mean, these are obviously very important commodities, and he's wearing one as a ring. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Do you agree that Crait might be a First Order mining facility or a mining base, and that the Republic or perhaps the Resistance is on this planet trying to disrupt their mining operations? Or do you think that this is more of an Empire Strikes Back thing with the First Order landing walkers as a way to assault the base? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, may the Force be with you.